Okay, so I'm going to make a wild rice, cranberry, pecan, and kale salad. So I usually like to do things that take only 15 minutes, but I did boil my wild rice previous while I was stir frying. So I like to do two things at once, and if you can stir fry your wild rice here and just get it to where it's cooked, that's really good. I'm just going to put a little bit of this in here. I actually forgot to drain it, so I'm just going to be real careful here not to get any of the juice in there or the water from the wild rice. Carefully do this, and there we go. So we have our beautiful wild rice here, nice and fluffy, well cooked, and I'm just going to, this might actually, for that little bit, this might be a little too much kale, so I'll just put that there. This is the little curly kale, and you just squish it up really tiny, make a couple of cuts in there, and make it really fine so that you can, so you're not, it gives you the lovely flavor of kale, but not too much lovely flavor of kale. Okay, so you want it pretty tiny there. And that's probably enough for this amount of wild rice. So I'd say that's probably, let's see, I'm going to add some more rice. So it's probably about 2 cups of the wild rice and, I don't know, 3 little kale leaves, so probably a quarter cup of kale. Okay, so I have picked out and already done my beautiful pecans here. I'm going to leave some of them whole because it just looks nicer. And then I have a lovely bunch of cranberries here. So I've got the cranberries, and I've got about half a cup cranberries and at least a half a cup of pecans as well. I'm just going to drop those in there. So this will be really good. I'm going to add a little bit of the cayenne here, just for a little bit of spice. A little shake of cayenne, probably a quarter teaspoon, and just a couple little shakes of the Celtic sea salt. I'm going to add a little bit of the Bragg's liquid aminos, which I really like the Bragg's liquid aminos. It works, just adds a little bit of that flavor. Add a little bit of that, probably about half a teaspoon. I am going to also add some of these little pumpkin seeds. Just a little sprinkle pumpkin seeds here. Not too many, about a teaspoon. And this ingredient here, which I really like, is the coconut chips. And they're toasted coconut chips, they're organic. So I'm just going to put in about a tablespoon of those, just for a little sweetener. I'm also going to use a, you can use whatever you want, but I'm going to use a raspberry balsamic because I think that would be just lovely, and probably about a tablespoon. Okay, and then I always seem to like it, or everyone around here seems to like it just a little bit sweeter, so I'm going to add just a tablespoon of the maple syrup. Okay, and then as you can see, it's very, very beautiful looking, and just trying to get that kale mixed in with the wild rice, and the coconut chips, and the pecans, and the cranberries with the little pumpkin seeds. Look at that. Looks beautiful. So we've got a little bit of kale, wild rice, pumpkin seeds, pecans, cranberries, toasted coconut, a little bit of balsamic vinegar with a raspberry in this case, a little bit of maple syrup, cayenne, Celtic sea salt, and it looks really, really good. Little bite. You know what? It's still warm. It tastes fantastic. Yum, yum. Okay, so that's it. For details and further dog barking, Google Georgina Sear. Okay, bye.